Okay guys, today we're going to have a little look at volume of cones. Now I'm going to draw your attention first of all just to an exam paper. Now this would be on the front of a higher tier paper. So if you were ever asked to calculate the volume of a cone, they actually give you the formula that you're going to need, which is here, on the paper. So you don't actually have to learn it. And the part we are going to be focusing on today is this bit, okay? So the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared multiplied by h, and we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about what that actually means in a second. So we have a look at what a cone looks like in detail, and we can see hopefully that we've got our base, which is the bottom, and then our height, which is how tall the shape actually is, or how far the shape would actually go back, okay? Now if we think about what that actually means in terms of this formula, so the pi r squared part comes from the circular shape, as you can see, on the bottom or the base of a cone. So we're going to work out what the area of that bottom shape would be first, so the area of the base. Then we multiply it by the height, and then we have to either times it by 1/3 or divide it by 3, and that will give us the same answer, okay? So this bit here is the key bit that we are taking away from today. So the volume of a cone is the area of the base, which is a circular shape, multiplied by the height, which is how tall it is or how far the shape will go back, and then you divide in that answer by 3. So if we then take a look at an example, so we're going to work out the volume of a cone, and we're going to think first of all about what shape I've got on the bottom. So we do have a circular shape, which means I'm going to be working out the area of a circle, okay? So that area of the base is going to be the pi times 3 squared, because that's my radius. Remember, in circles, radius is going from the centre halfway across the circle. Don't fall into the trap of confusing it with the diameter. That goes from one side of the circle to the other. Then we would multiply that by the height, which is 8, and then we divide our answer by 3. Okay, now you would be allowed a calculator for these types of questions in general. So we'd be thinking about pi times 9 and then times by 8 and dividing that answer by 3. Okay, now if you type that into your calculator, it might give you an answer of 24 pi, which is fine, because sometimes at HIIT they do ask you to leave your answer in terms of pi. But if we look at it alternatively, we can press S and D, which would give us the answer to one decimal place, 75.4. So all we are doing is pi times 3 squared, so that's our area of our circle on the bottom, multiplying it by the height, how tall our shape is, which is that 8 centimetres, and then remembering that we are dividing our answer always by 3 at the end. As is volume, we're writing our answer in centimetres cubed, because that is a volume measurement. Okay, now just to show you a bit neater what that should look like and what we've actually done just one more time. So that's the formula they would expect you to know. It is in fact very similar to one for a pyramid, which you will do in a few weeks' time. You substitute in your values. So that's what we were just talking about. The 3 squared is our radius. 8 centimetres refers to our height, how tall our shape is. Always dividing by 3, because that is part of our formula. Chucking it all inside your calculator gives you 75.4 centimetres cubed to one decimal place. Or sometimes they will ask you to leave your answer in terms of pi, and that would give us 24 pi, all done on your calculator.